Sponsors. Do you ever have questions of things going bump in the night? Keys disappearing when they are right in front of you? Welcome to the Paranormal Talk Show, where we attempt to answer all the questions you wanted to know, but were afraid to ask. Visit our website at keywestparanormalsociety.com and tell us your story. Call in to Parashare Live, 888-565-1470.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Paranormal Talk Show with Tim and I. I'm Amber, and we welcome
Tim.
you. Thank you. We welcome you to another evening of Paranormal Talk. So we have a few things in front of us that we would like to go over and talk about. Some things that we use on investigations. And also, we are still waiting for the phrase that pays. So the person that calls in with that, don't say it because we said it last week.
The phrase that pays?
The phrase that pays. They have to tell us what it is because then it'll pay them.
Oh, okay. So we're going to do it that way.
Yes, we already told them what the phrase was. So, you gotta call in and tell us what that is.
Okay,
If you were listening last week and you're listening again, it will pay.
So, do you want to give out the phone number?
Yes, I will.
All right.
1-888-565-1470. So give us a call, and Tim and I will give you a prize.
Absolutely. You want to know what that prize is?
Go ahead and tell me, Tim.
It's a 2-night stay in Melbourne. Two-night stay in Melbourne at the Surfcaster. Beautiful place. Beautiful place. Everybody needs a little vacation right now. Wouldn't you agree?
I think we both need a vacation.
Absolutely. So do I. Okay, Amber, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, what I have in front of me is the Obelisk 4.
Oh,
okay.
The Obelisk 4.
So I actually like the previous Obelisk. I got this one. It's good. I prefer to listen. This one happens to say a lot of random words. And the words can connect and make if you're listening. And that's why we kind of have our digital recorders out as we record any of our sessions. Okay, can stay there. We want to record so that we can go back over any of our evidence and listen and see if we can pick up stuff, because you might not pick stuff up right away at that moment. You might think things, or you might lead in or read into stuff.
What does that obelisk do? What does it do?
So I'm going to
How does it function?
I'm going to turn it on ABC to dictionary mode. Come on. I brought extra batteries because I just put fresh batteries in, but sometimes you put fresh batteries in and they are zapped. So we have fresh batteries.
I hate that.
And I'm like riding in my car with tons of batteries. I don't know if the sun does anything to them. It might. But let's see if we get anything. Okay. Hello and welcome to the
You've been revoked.
You've been revoked.
You've been revoked.
So I've heard a little bit of a rumor that this studio may have a visitor.
Some type of activity going on here.
I didn't want them to go into detail about it because I wanted to see if maybe our little device would pick something up. If you could, would you... Let's see, what's a good question we could ask? Do you listen to the radio often? Now, the thing about paranormal is when you ask a question, you're not going to get a response within...
An instantaneous response like you would with Amber and I.
Instantaneously, because it may take a little bit. So you usually want to wait a few minutes in between a session. And we're going to actually...
Well, here's the thing. The spirit might not be comfortable with us right now, so we have to build their confidence up.
Absolutely.
And that way, once we do ask the question and give it a little bit of pause, we're going to get a reply. Ed. Okay. Ed, let me ask you a question. Do you live here in this station?
Okay. So while we're waiting for a response, we're going to talk, because that's what I like to do on an investigation.
Right.
I get a little loopy when it comes to 2 o'clock in the morning. So I like to actually have a conversation where you and I, we talk about things that are going on and relevant, because sometimes whether we're doing a recording or we might get a direct response from this or some flashlights. Just having conversations between the people and allowing the entity to come through and have the conversation and add to the conversation. Now, we might not be able to audibly hear it right away.
Right.
We will then go through some of our audio upon. I'm gonna have to turn this down. That's very loud.
But
Is
that's
it loud?
that's where your voice recorder comes in at. Some people prefer the digital recorder. I prefer the analog. For the simple reason is the analog seems to attract the spirit more than the digital will. For some unknown reason, I don't know, but I get more replies from an analog voice recorder than I do a regular digital recorder. On this recorder here, I have different types of voices on here. One of those voices is a demonic voice. I will not play that right now, but these are excellent little devices that you can use.
I have a digital one, and there's one that comes really clear, and there's one that's static, and I like to have a little bit of that white noise in the background. I really think that helps pick things up.
The spirits.
It attracts that energy, the stuff from some of these devices really helps the entity come through. So you can on this. That's one of the great things about this little guy is that you can change the voice. I'm going to change it to female. You can have it English or Spanish, depending what you need at the location.
Right.
Because sometimes here in South Florida we have locations where we can have people speaking Spanish. So
absolutely,
that helps. And listening to these devices and not always reading what's coming across, I think really helps.
Absolutely. And what I would like to see also is a device, and I know you're out there listening, Bill. If you can make a device, which I know you can, that could translate Native American into English.
Oh, that would be hard.
That's a challenge to you.
Yeah.
Bill C.
Nah.
We love you. But anyhow, we have different types of instruments that we use. This is just some of the instruments that we use for an investigation. We have video, we have recorders. I mean, the whole 9 yards.
And we would like to eventually gather up some video. And hey, you guys can check out our Key West Paranormal
yeah, absolutely.
YouTube site where we have some of our investigations from years over. We have them up there where you can watch. You can listen to some of our EVPs, and you can make, an educated guess on what they're saying or what they're doing. Because sometimes,
We'll
listening,
let them decide.
we love having other people come in.
Give us feedback on any type of investigation that you might see on our website. Call in and give us a feedback on some of it, because we love.
I love to hear back what other people have to say.
Exactly.
Because it's not not always what you think it is.
No. What do you think that is?
It's a red dog.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
I sometimes technical gadgets, they make me mad.
Well, it's the world we live in. We live in a world of technology.
Well, there's the Ovilus 5, which is very small and compact, and I think is easier to use. Which one of our William on our team, he has amazing stuff.
SLS.
And we're gonna have to bring him on so you can
Absolutely.
see he has this creepy bear that speaks that you can put into a room and leave with the video cameras on, and entities or things can interact with it because it's motion sense. It's
picks up different types of electrons, picks up sensors.
And then it will also talk randomly to interact with something. So it'll be like, you want a hug?
Oh, Elmo.
Oh, you want to hug me? It's so... yeah, you're doing that kind of stuff in the middle of a funeral home. It kind of creeps you out a little bit.
It does,
you're like,
doesn't it?
This little bear's
It
over there. You
does.
want to give me a hug? You want to play? So yeah, but I love that.
But we
thing.
have
It
to
is very
admit, though,
cool.
we get a lot of responses out of funeral homes. A lot of responses out of funeral homes. We love funeral homes. We love cemeteries. any old historical buildings. We love.
Or that energy where
even-
people, because it's not just the dead.
Right.
It's the energy and the imprint of the living that were
You
there
got
that
it.
fill that energy. So, the funeral home, when we did that investigation, that's where we train. Nobody's around, so we're not disrespecting anyone.
That's right.
Coming
We
in
do
because
not.
this is
We do
even
not
not even it's not
disrespect
even
anyone.
used as a funeral home anymore.
Right.
It's used for other purposes. So, but we're able to go in because it's of a historical nature, and we got so many amazing responses. Now they've actually had the police called because a 911 call went out from the funeral home. And the police showed up. Now, the person, they had to call someone, they came. The police would not go into the funeral home without the person. Now, the numbers are assigned to different rooms. If you work in a business, you have different numbers. It's the same number, but you'll have different numbers that are assigned to the different rooms. Well, this room had no phones in it, people. None. And a 911 call went out, and that is on record that they had to come in and investigate because a 911 call came in
From that location
from
that
that
was not
location,
equipped
from
with a
that
phone.
room that was not equipped with a working phone. It was
Right.
an empty room. It was an empty room. We investigated it after, I think about a week after that happened. And we were laughing because the police were like, yeah, we're not going to go in there. You can go in first. So had there been some sort of like...
Well, it's kind of like a standoffish. It's a little bit, they're a little bit.
Listen, police officers see
Right.
a lot of things.
Absolutely.
The living
Yes.
and the non-living things.
Yeah.
And they can wrap their head around some pretty gruesome events. But when it comes to things that go bump in the night, sometimes they're just like, yeah, my rational brain just can't. Please, I'm not going to do this.
Exactly.
And I love to hear
It's
this.
the fear of the unknown.
And police
But
officers...
there's nothing really to be afraid
No,
of with the unknown. It's-
Police officers make the greatest investigators. And we've had a
Absolutely.
few on our team come
I
and
was
go.
one at one time.
There you go.
I love that. But when I was investigating, call me crazy, but I love to be challenged with stuff like that. Are you getting something on your
Yeah, I am,
list?
but I think I. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a sophisticated touch screen. It's like,
Is there someone here who wants to communicate with us? Uh-oh.
sure, it's not lighting up the way it should. It's TV, so
Yeah.
everyone gets a little nervous.
That's it. That's
Little
it.
radio, they don't
Don't
muscle.
worry about your hair. Don't worry about your makeup. You're fine.
You're fine. So there's some muscle. Yes, I'm using my muscle to squeeze this machine. Here we go. I think some of our investigations, I love to go into old places, and I love for hey, if anyone who has a restaurant or anything like that would love to have that, has any historical significance and would love for us to come and investigate and allow us to come in after hours, I would love that. People like that darker history. I think that's
Absolutely.
one of the things I love to do when I travel is go on ghost tours. And yeah, some of them are kind of cheesy.
Right.
And I do because this is what I do as a pastime, I would love to do it as a profession, but it doesn't pay. But going into some of these locations and learning about the darker history that isn't, given to you during a regular daytime tour. I think finding out about our towns and about some of that, I think we should know about everything, the good and the bad.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
it ties everything and it makes you understand what could be going on.
That's one of the reasons why we have such a great group. Each and every one of us that are in our group, we have different talents, and we can communicate with any type of entity that there is, and we love doing that. We love doing that.
I'm not getting anything now, but
Well, you don't have to be afraid. You can talk to
okay.
us.
So this is the greatest thing about is sitting around
Well, let's
for
do
hours,
this, Amber.
hungry,
Let's turn
tired, and nothing's happening.
let's see if we might be able to get a hit. Now we have some readouts.
There you go.
See, we have some readouts here. So what we're going to do, we're going to lay this device down. So if any type of energy may come close to
through.
this,
Go ahead and light it up.
then it's going to go off. Okay. So we're going to point this away
Keep my
so
cell
that
phone
you guys
away.
can see. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, no.
No. Put it. There you
We
go.
have that
That's better.
right there. I'm gonna hold it.
There you go.
So usually what we'll do is we'll set this down and we'll have some different things. The EMF will pick up, and when we put this out away from any electrical outlets.
Absolutely, because it will pick up those readings.
That. So that's where you want to keep free and clear. Cell phones and all that, we always
Right.
keep those on airplane mode because we don't want them picking up any signals from
Absolutely
there.
not.
Because that can interfere with anything. But having them in your pocket, whatnot, on airplane mode, they can use that battery. They can use that energy. They can use your energy.
Mm-hmm.
I really like a rainy night when there is thunder and lightning because
Right.
that always picks up and ramps up activity. Good stories there about doing investigations with thunder, lightning, and
Mm-hmm.
rain on a full moon.
Love full moons.
Good times.
Love full moons.
Good times. It ramps you up. It gets you excited. And
And
you
the
have
thing
some
about a
good-
full moon is it brings out a lot of activity. So, and also, if you're out there investigating and you see something that you don't want to see, it's also a little bit of light from where you can escape that area, and
Yeah.
just run
It's
through
not
the
as
woods.
dark.
Exactly.
It's not as dark as a new moon. Yeah, new moon, you're not going to
It's
get...
a chance to
but
get
it's,
away.
It's dark.
Run.
Yeah, it'll be dark. So, Ed, would you like to say anything? My husband's probably sitting at home just laughing away. Ha, ha, ha. Ed. His name is Eddie, by the way. So, Ed.
Sure. Hat.
You like my hat?
Sure. Yes, Eddie, thank you very much. All right. And again, we have no callers tonight, so no phrase that pays tonight. I guess we'll have to hold off until next weekend.
Wow, phrase that
Or next
pays.
Tuesday,
Call
sorry,
in.
next weekend.
Call
Listen
in.
to me.
888-565-1470.
We still have 10 minutes, people. Come on.
Call in and give us a story.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Let us hear what you think about all of this equipment.
Hey, even if you don't believe in it, I
Make
want to hear your
something up.
opinion. No, don't make
Yeah.
anything up.
Yeah,
I want
make
to hear,
something
I
up.
want to hear people's opinion. I want to hear what they have to say about it. Because, I love when somebody goes, well, I don't believe in that. I'm like, well, they don't need you to believe in them.
I love
It's-
people who don't believe in this.
I can
like-
make them a believer.
I can assure you, by the time we're through with them in one night, they're believing it.
Healthy skepticism is so important in what we do because you still need to question. Because when you're going in, especially with homes, you need to know whether or not this person is healthy, mentally stable.
Right. Absolutely.
If there's things, and there's always, because of all of our backgrounds as a team, we can kind of decipher that within a few minutes, within the first few minutes. And we will not entertain crazy. So we don't want to do that because it's not healthy for the person. It's not healthy for any of us. And you
Absolutely
could actually
not.
do more damage than good by going
can.
in and trying to find if anything is there. Because
Yeah.
people, even if there's nothing there, still, if they believe it, they can manifest
Absolutely.
their own intentions.
From their own energy, they can manifest their own hauntings.
I also want to mention one thing. If you'd like to keep our show going and you would like to be a sponsor on our show, please email me at kwpsamber@gmail.com and I'll give you all the information. let us know. Keep us going. Keep us alive. Keep us afloat.
Absolutely.
So we can bring you more crazy, weird stuff.
And believe me, we have tons of
We have
it.
tons, and we're going through stuff to create some great shows into the future, and we would like to keep doing that.
My email is thopper42@yahoo.com as well. So
right.
you can put that out there.
Get
too.
us out there.
Yeah.
Keep us alive. Tell your friends about us, please. Share it. I want to hear stories from people. I really do. I know there's some
Stories are great.
police officers, nurses. They always have the greatest stories.
Yeah.
They encounter a lot of different things in hospitals and different things, and we'll keep your info private.
Absolutely. We do not
But
disclose
we just
any
your
information
voice.
at all.
I want to hear your story. I want to hear what you have to say.
But we do have one surprise guest that's going to be on next week. Yes. No, don't look at me that way. I'm not going to give you any more information other than it's going to be a surprise guest.
I don't like surprise.
Oh, but you will. You'll like this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
You'll
right.
like this.
All right.
Yeah. So just stay tuned. Bear with us.
What's the name of the surprise guest? Come on, Ovilus.
You better not say.
Come on, Ovilus. It's not a fortune teller. So.
Now, if it says nacho, I'm going to go get some cheese. Does that sound right?
That was very cheesy. That was so cheesy. I think I might have to toss a spider your way because that was a bit. Woo. All right, so yes, I mean, any questions? I guess it's a little late for that, but I mean, I have fun doing what I do. But one thing is, never investigate your own home.
Absolutely
You don't
not.
need to know the nonsense that's
No,
going
absolutely
on.
not.
Bring someone else in so they
Call
can figure
us.
out what's going on. And we can clear that energy. Call us, please.
Call us.
Please
We'll come in and
don't
investigate
play with
it.
stuff. Don't open doors. If you already think something's going on, the last thing you want to do is start opening up with a Ouija board or doing something, especially this time of year. Now that the fall equinox has come, it's getting a little darker.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween's on the way, Christmas,
got
all
it.
those things
Ooh,
gets
all those
darker and
little
darker till the
ghouls.
light returns again. So it's a nice veil that gets thinner and thinner here, people. So things can come in as they go.
Think about Halloween.
Oh, I love Halloween.
Candy.
Oh, candy.
Candy.
No more candy.
Candy. So remember, we all like candy here.
Send
For
us
more
candy.
information on what we do, you can go to our website. It's got Key West Paranormal Society. And you can also fill out the application for us to maybe come in and do an investigation. Don't feel like that you're alone out there because you're not. You're not alone out there. We're here, even though we may have a lot of fun at this table, for which that's what we love to do is have fun. But we also
Take
very,
this
very
serious.
professional. And we take this very serious because it is serious. And we are here to help anyone out there who might need help.
We want to shed light on the darkness.
But Key West Paranormal Society, fill out the application, request that we come in and do an investigation. We'll come in and see what's going on. And also, our phone number is 305-407-5723. Once again, 305-407-5723.
Come on, sir of this place. Let's go out with a bang. Let me know your name.
Absolutely.
Just say hello.
Hello.
Hello. See, that's what it is. It's not on demand, people.
Next week.
Hours and hours.
Next week, you'll be comfortable with us. So you can actually communicate through this device to us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a story
Light it
to
up.
tell, you can tell it over the air.
Well, now that they've told me that there's a random...
Design. Race.
Okay. Design and race. Did you design this building?
Well, you can put the two words together. That's where I like the darkness when you're doing an investigation. You throw that darkness, one of your senses is out, so the rest of your senses become more sensitive.
Right.
So I like listening, not so much seeing the words, because when you hear, which we've learned in investigations, hearing the words that come across, they put words together and you'll get your answer. So I'm gonna actually go over this video footage here and
We'll
listen to
dissect
what they have to
everything and
say
put
and
it all
dissect
together.
and maybe put it together and see
Yeah.
if we got a response. 'Cause
Absolutely.
that's what you do.
Absolutely.
That is what you do, Tim.
You got it.
So, and we don't have any investigations coming up, so please give us a call.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
We're hungry.
Oh, we're hungry.
We're hungry. Remember, phrase that pays.
Phrase that pays. Come on, people.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go on
Call-in
vacation.
number for the phrase that pays. It's 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470.
Come on, call us. Call us. It's a free vacation. Ladies
Absolutely.
and gentlemen, it's free.
Can't get any better than that.
Come on. Lord Almighty. 2 minutes, people. 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
got 2 minutes.
All right. So,
But anyway, Amber, each one of these instruments has a different function, but they all basically are the same.
You know,
in one.
Tim,
They
I'm very
pick up.
excited about the one that you're building for us. We have to keep that a little on the DL. It's a very
Yes.
interesting.
It is.
I've been kind of studying a little bit of things and finding some things. So this is gonna be interesting. Yes, it's gonna be off the charts.
And once it's
We're gonna bring it in here and
Bill,
we're gonna do a test.
we are going to do a test, and I can assure you that if there's anything in the building that's not supposed to be here, or even if you are here and you're attached to this building, we're not gonna try to get rid of you. This is your home, but we will know that you're here.
Yeah.
Because it's a very, very sophisticated piece of equipment.
I'm so
Very sophisticated.
excited about that.
Yeah.
I am so excited about that piece of equipment. So thank you so much for listening
Absolutely.
and watching, and all of our people out there that are supporting us. Again, if you want to be a part of the show and advertise, we need advertisers because we want to keep
Absolutely.
doing this.
Yeah.
So give us a call, or actually my email, kwps amber@gmail.com.
All right.
And or Tim, please, thank you so much for listening and watching.
Okay.
And we'll see you again next week.
All right. Have
It's
a good evening, guys.
October.
Thank you for joining us on tonight's journey into the unknown. Remember, there are no definite answers to the paranormal. Join us next week to continue the journey. We are here to help make sense of the unknown. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.